Saturday afternoon, and we're about to have a start. We're on Carlo Chamez going off the start line. He's got a very good start, pulling past Robert Oakley down into turn one, and they'll be up above speeds of 200 kilometres an hour going through the first corner.
He's banging through the gearbox here down into turn one, 225 kilometres an hour. They'll touch probably the next time by. A nice little move through on the inside just in as they make their way through. This is a phenomenal circuit for most forms of motorsport. Oh, trouble already. We've got the 6-kart off. That didn't take long. Very slippery going into the corner. I think Jeff is going to catch a few guys off today, I'm sure.
Yeah, cold tyres probably the cause there. It's Warren McElveen in the lead. Sam Zavaglia second position, challenging McElveen. Robert Oakley in third, and I think it's Carlo Chamez in fourth position. No, it's actually Rod Prickett in fourth, with Ralph Prick challenging Carlo Chamez going down through Siberia for the first time.
That's Carlo Chamez, the bright yellow machine. This is the SX Projects Australian Superkart Championship. I want to thank Vince Battaglia very much for his support of this particular event. Look how close they get here as we head over towards Lukey Heights right now. Drop down over the top. Very fast, this club. They're very lightweight as well, Jeff, and their powder weight is phenomenal.
Yeah, 215 kilos with the driver, 85 horsepower plus. These things roar around the circuit, not much slower than a MotoGP bike. As we see Anton Stevens flying around the final turn, he'll be popping up into 6th gear as soon as he's round that corner. Flying down this straight, there's a strong wind today, but they'll still be reaching speeds of 200 as Anton challenges Carlo Chamez, our onboard camera car, as they go through turn one and really on in this fantastic first race.
I don't know how Anton even fits in one of these things. He looks like he should be playing for the LA Lakers. He's a very tall man. A lot of swapping of positions early in this top 10 battle we're watching at the moment. Of course, the guys have got in excess of 30 karts here this weekend. Here is Chamez's point of view as Anton Stevens just squeezes by. These guys, a lot of respect for each other too. As well they might. We're doing over 200 k's an hour, Jeff. You need to respect your fellow man in close quarters.
Yeah, these things are very fast, but low to the ground, so they're pretty safe. Lots of power sliding, plenty of grunt as you come out of the corner. Rod Prickett takes our camera cart now. Carlo Chamez in, I think it's about 6th position, but these things, in spite of the fact that they're quite quick, they're very drivable, and everyone gives each other plenty of room. These karts are quite small, the circuit's quite big. The drivers are quite responsible as they need to be at these kinds of speeds. So it's actually quite safe, but very fast, and that's what makes it so much fun.
Great pictures just then. The SX Projects replay showing us clearly how hard these guys are battling. We see Carlo going down through the box, over the top of Lukey Heights now, preparing for this big long straightaway at Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. This is so fast, and until you stand on the pit lane and watch them go by, you have no idea how quick it really is. Now, I'd imagine until you drive one, Jeff, you will never know that experience either.
Yeah, it's hard to go up from here. You have to go to a Formula 3 or a Formula 4000 to go faster. And look at the sparks flying off the bottom of the Rod Prickett kart as he overtakes Carlo Chamez there. And Carlo Chamez overtaking Rod Prickett down through MG, heading out to head on to the long sweeper before the straight. And here we're looking at Yanni Harpus, a young 20-year-old, first season racing 250 Superkarts, doing a fantastic job. He's not too far back from the leaders. Carlo Chamez just behind Ralph Frick. This PVP kart, power sliding out of the corner. He's a bit taily. This is his first time racing this thing. He's bought it in from Denmark, paid 20 grand for it, dropped it on the track, and he's instantly competitive. Doesn't cost much to go racing really fast around these circuits in one of these things.
We're to the last lap, and we're well inside the last lap. As a matter of fact, our leader is Warren McElveen at the moment from Sam Zavaglia and Anton Stevens, who's done very well. We go on board with the kart that Jeff was just talking about now, dropping over the top of Lukey and down hard at this right-hander, getting towards the checkers. So easy to step the tail out. We just saw that there is bundles of horsepower in a very lightweight package. Checkered flag at the ready. Warren McElveen will wrap it up.
Porsche had a big accident earlier, so these tyres, they don't like debris, just like any slicks, and we're off.
Big field of karts roaring down the main straightaway here at Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, and this is an amazing category of motorsport. Look at them. They're certainly big on numbers. It's an affordable form of motorsport. When your backside only an inch off the tarmac at 200 125 k's an hour. It's going to get your attention. Look at these guys carving up. Now, a lot of these Aussies, Jeff, go to America and race in the big Laguna Seca World Superkart Challenge and not only compete with distinction.
Yes, this is actually a good quality field. We've got over 40 karts here today, and some of these guys compete at world-class level against Eddie Lawson and people like that. The guy in front, John Telecano, doing a fantastic job in the wet.
What happened then? You put the mockers on him.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to gather it up from that bit of commentator's curse there.
What a Barry Crocker there, and he just came in a little too hot, unfortunately. And look how wet and slippery it is, though.
Yeah, it's a drying circuit, but there's been a lot of rain during this day, and these guys on wets today, they're going to have to be careful with their tyres. Looks like John Telecano has got back onto the circuit. He's just behind Robert Oakley and trying to gather up and get back into the field.
This is a good little battle here between Zavalia and McElveen. You got Ralph Ruprecht right being there as well, the very colourful European. Look at this for a challenge on the outside. Not too many people get away with that over the top of Lukey Heights. McElveen now into the race lead. You've also got guys like Robert Oakley, who's second in last year's Australian Championship. He's a mechanic for Ducati. Everyone's got an interesting story in this category, Jeff.
Yeah, John Telecano, who you saw earlier, is a jeweller. So we've got all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life racing in this category. It's fantastic. Superkarting is really coming back. A few years ago it was a bit quiet, but this series at Superkarting has been growing with this series, and as you can see from what we're getting today, we've got fantastic big field. It's actually a pretty level playing field. The guys in front are a little bit ahead at the moment, but they've been battling it out with quite a lot of other karts through the weekend. And Sam Zavaglia flat out through turn one, 225 k's an hour. Oh, does he hold it? Yes, he does. So driving the wheels off that thing.
Well, McElveen not exactly the spring chicken of the field, and there are quite a few in the Silver Top Committee that still charge very hard around here. Some guys even like John Pelicano fit into two different categories in that field, but a lot of young guys starting to come on. How do people get involved in Superkart racing? As we take a look at your SX Projects replay here, Sam on the move takes on the Mac Attack.
Yeah, just look up Superkarting on your Google Superkarting, and there's plenty of websites out there. There's single Superkart. We've actually got 3 different classes racing here today, and it looks like Ralph Ruprecht is giving Warren McElveen a hard time. Will he get him going down into the first turn? This could be a turn up for the books. Ralph's been a bit quiet the last couple of years. He's a fast, hard charger. Has won the Superkart Grand Prix when it was supporting the Grand Prix Formula 1 in Adelaide. He's won that twice, so he's certainly a seasoned campaigner. But it looks like Sam Zavaglia is clearing out. It's a long way to second, so Sam's obviously got the setup right for today.
Good job he's doing at the moment. This sport is massive in Europe and certainly getting a real toehold in America as well. And as you were hearing Jeff say before, get onto your Google search, check out your local Superkart club, get down and find out how you can race these things. They are amazing. Look at Ralph sticking it right up Warren McElveen now. So the elder statesman of the bunch running second and third. Sam Zavaglia, the colourful Italian, pushing very hard as well. Look at this battle here. Ralph's all fired up.
Yeah, they're all searching for different parts of the circuit now, a compromise between grip and keeping your tyres cold. They've got wets on. They don't like it when it's dry. You've got to keep the tyre at the right temperature, but at the same time you don't want to sacrifice too much grip through the turns. So you'll see these guys doing very different lines through the corners, and because these tyres will be getting hot as the circuit dries, they'll be starting to wriggle around a lot more.
Jeff will be used to this with his company, Jeff Mitten Video Productions. He's no doubt covered quite a bit of racing. For us, it's all new stuff, and it's good to watch, isn't it? Sideways at, over 160 k's an hour. That'll do it. Sam Zavaglia has absolutely spanked him. Here he comes across the main straightaway. What happened then?
He's popped a tyre by the looks. Looks like a rear tyre went down just as he was getting to the start-finish line.